Hello folks, in this video I'll be going over 14 tips and tricks I wish I would have known sooner before playing this game for the last month and a half non-stop. Tips range from experience tips all the way to some more popular glitches to run silos quick and to make your camp more immersive. But let's stop wasting time and get into the tips and tricks here. As always, I am Wictinsy and this is Entrancingly Mediocre Gaming. Tip number 1. How to get fusion cores without having to use your flux. You come to a weapon bench, then you want to make a Gatling laser. So we have one core right now. We make a Gatling laser, level 35 is fine. If you're just after cores, don't waste your resources crafting a level 45 one. So we craft a Gatling laser. We back out. And now we got 2 cores. Tip number 2. If you happen to take a Rad-X by accident, see we got our mutations here. If we take a Rad-X by accident, our symptoms are suppressed. So we lost all of our mutations and everything. So if you happen to take a Rad-X by accident, you just come in, pop yourself a diluted Rad-X instead of waiting for the Rad-X to wear off. You just pop a diluted, and you got all your stuff back. Tip number 3. Put your vendor in a spot where people are going to see it either as soon as they spawn in, or somewhere obvious that they don't need to run around looking for it. A lot of people, if they cannot find your vendor rather quickly, will leave. So on my camp, you spawn in around here. So I have my vendors literally right in your face as soon as you spawn in. Tip number 4. If you want to level up quickly or get your scoreboard done quickly, come to Tech. Make sure you pop all of your intelligence buffs when you get here. Tech's this white building here underneath the satellite dish. And then you just run in and you're going to kill everything in here. And you will get decent experience for everything if you have all the buffs going. But that will get you leveled up rather quickly when you get all the buffs going, and you can get over 1,000, 1,500 for each super mutant in here if you got it all going for your experience buffs and intelligence buffs. Tip number 5. Use public events to level up rather quickly. Same with Tech. Make sure you're popping all your experience buffs and intelligence buffs. Then all you're going to do is come in to like test your metal or whatnot, have an explosive weapon on you, and then you're just going to be tagging every enemy. Shoot the ground near them, shoot them, the bullets will explode, and will tag more enemies around it. As long as you're tagging everything, you're going to get the experience for it all. You don't need to kill it. The best public events to do this in are going to be Radiation Rumble, Moonshine Jamboree, and Eviction Notice. Tip number 6, to go along with number 5 when you're at public events. Make sure you go into your settings and turn on Pacifist Mode. If that is turned off and you're in here trying to tag everything and your explosion hits another person, like another player, and they have Pacifist Mode turned off, they can turn around and PvP you and kill you during the event. So if you're going to use explosive rounds in the public event, make sure you turn Pacifist Mode on. It will save you a world of headache. Tip number 7. Once you are done with the main quest line and you finish the heist at Vault 79, come back to the Wayward once a week. When you come back to the Wayward once a week after you finish the main storyline, the main Wastelanders storyline, you will unlock a new character that is on the top floor of the Wayward. His name is Smiley, and he's wearing what I would consider I Love America gear. When you talk to him, I already bought my weekly supply from him, but if you come here once a week, you can buy up to 300 more gold bullion per week from him for 6,000 caps. So it's 1,000 caps per 50. So 1,000 caps will get you 50 gold bullion, 2,000 will get you 100, 3,000 will get you 150, so forth and so on. 6,000 caps being the max at 30 gold bullion a week. He's supposed to reset every Monday, but I bought gold from him on Sunday and it didn't reset, so I'm wondering if it's a week from when you buy it, it resets. Tip number 8. This one I don't see many people make mention of in their tip videos, so hopefully this is going to help a lot of people out, save some frustrations. So in a lot of Bethesda games, they have it in their coding. I don't know if it's for anti-troll or what, but if you say you close the door and then you want to open it right away, you can't. See how it's grayed out down there? Still says closed underneath warehouse door. I can't interact with the door. I have to look away, look back at it, and now I can open it. Same thing here. I can't close it because I already interacted with it. I have to look away and look back onto it, and then I can close it. So say you get stuck behind a door for whatever reason, and you're like, oh my god, I can't move, I can't get out. Just look away from the door, look back to the door, close it. Works the same way with corpses. If you're over a corpse and you can't loot all in the area because it's grayed out, just look away from the corpse, look back onto the corpse, and then the option will be, or should be, selectable at that point. If not, look away, look back again. And then you can hit your button to loot all nearby and all that good stuff. Alright, for tip number 9. As long as you're within a certain distance of a legendary creature and it dies, you do not need to tag it in order to get the legendary out of it. You just need to be within, I would say, probably from here to that bush or that building up there away, and you'll get the legendary. Like, there's a legendary guy up there. I'm not going to shoot him. Not going to shoot him at all. So he's dead. And now if I come up here, I can loot him and get the legendary out of him. Because I did not tag him. I was in the area and he died. Alright, tip number 10. During the Path of Enlightenment public event, every time it pops up, if you're looking for experience, jump into it and complete it. It's a quick event. And when you commune with the Mothman at the end of it there, you will get a 5% experience boost for an hour. Alright, for these next 4 tips, we're going to get into the glitchy side of the game, if you will. You would have to glitch out these next 4 to get through it and do them, if you don't want to do them the legit way. This one here is how to, this will be tip number 11, and it is how to get past a locked door if you don't want to pick it. So this one's currently locked. I could pick it if I wanted to, but if you don't want to deal with it, just put yourself smack dab at the corner of the door. Then you're going to go into photo mode. Once you're in photo mode, you put yourself at the floor at the same corner, and then you exit photo mode while you're holding W, while you're going forward or pushing up on the joystick. And then it will phase you through the door. So you can come in here, you can loot to your heart's content. Nothing in here I want. And then to get out, you either pick the lock or you do the same thing again. Get in the corner of the door, go into photo mode, go down to the bottom of the door, the same corner, hold W or forward on your joystick, and exit out of photo mode. And you go straight through the door. All right, for tip number 12, this has to do with the nuke silos. So once you come down the elevator, you come out, you're going to be going to this shelf with this container in front of it. You do need a mine for this to work. You're going to jump up on top of that container. You're going to aim at that support that sticks out from the wall. That blue support right there that sticks out from the wall is what you're aiming for. So you're going to chuck a mine at that part of the wall. This way it doesn't bounce off and it just stays there. You're going to put your weapon away, so unselect it so your fists are out, and when you attack, you just punch. You are going to VATS onto the mine and punch, and then jump once you get up above the shelf unit like that. This way you land on this support for the ceilings. Once you land on the support for the ceilings, you are glitched outside of the map, and then all you do is just run across. And you can do this with a jetpack or with just marsupial. If you're doing this with marsupial, you'll go across to that side, to that corner to jump up. But you're aiming for this corner of the upstairs. So when you're at the end, you just jump up, use your jetpack or marsupial, and get on up here. I gotta put this back on because this thing's gonna attack me from up here. But when you're on the roof supports, the guys down there won't be able to hit you. The turrets still might, but the guys down below won't. So once you're up here, stay on this section and then just jump across, and you're aiming for the section here with the supports on either side. Once you get up here to the supports on either side, you can destroy all the turrets that are around. Once you destroy all the turrets that are around, you can drop down in, or you can continue up and go up there. That is where the computer is at to start the launch initiation prep. Once you start the launch prep, that's the end of the silo. So you skipped 99.9% of the silo with this glitch. All right, tip 13 has to do with merging items in your camp. So if you want to merge stuff down into a coffee table, into shelves, into pretty much anything you want to merge stuff into, you can merge stuff into. First, you're going to want the pressure plate switch under power connectors. So you place it down. When you place it down, you'll notice that the plate itself is raised up. So you just grab it, just move it a little bit, and the plate will drop. When that plate drops, you know it's ready to go. So then you just go find your item that you want to merge something into. So we'll use the fish TV as an example. We'll put it down. And you're like, oh, I can't really see the fish. I want to put a light in there. This way you can see the fish. So you go over to your lights. You find the light you want to put in there. I always use the candle. It seems to work out really good for this TV. You plop it on top. Probably could get that a little bit more centered. But it doesn't have to be perfect. And now that I stood on the plate, it popped back up. So if that happens, moving it does not work. If that happens, you need to store it. And then bring it back out. Then move it. And it'll drop again. So you don't want to step on it. If you step on it, you're just hurting yourself in the long run. So that's all you do. You just put it on, pick it up, and put it down. Move it, place it. Move it, place it. Move it, place it. Over and over again. Until you get the item where you want it. So I don't want this candle to be seen at all. I can still see a little bit of it right there. So we'll do one more. Now you can't see it at all. And it lights up the fish tank. It's that easy to merge stuff with the pressure plate. Tip number 14. Another merge glitch for your camp. Say you want to make something float. Well, you put down your first item, then you put down the item you want to float on top of it. So here we're just going to use 2 of these fish tank TVs as an example. You pick it up, and then you want to put it on your camp where it turns green, or turns blue, obviously. You can't put it where it's red, so you got to put it where it's blue there. And then you're just doing the same thing as the other one. You pick it up, and you put it down. Pick it up, put it down. And then the thing that's on top of it will start floating.